essence. Of each particular thing, ask, what is it in itself, in its own construction? Marcus Aurelius said that. Be true to your essence, that which created your DNA and incarnation circumstances, and allow others to be true to theirs. According to the Taoist Ching, evolution occurs on the path of reverse alchemy, the path of returning to the Tao. Evolution does not necessarily occur by perpetual attunement to the Tao. Daisies, spiders, and viruses live perfectly attuned to the Tao and never deviate from it, but they don't have the potential for individual evolution that human beings possess. Relentless programs of conditioning work to separate us from our original essence. Evolution occurs on the difficult path of reverse alchemy, undoing layers of conditioning and returning to our essence. The modern world has conditioned us to think human beings are a product of two factors, genetics and environment. But there is a third gigantic factor, essence, recognized by earlier cultures and not reducible to genetics or environment. Essence is an innate, unconditioned aspect of an individual, a set of qualities accompanying the individual into incarnation. This set of qualities may often be suppressed or distorted by acquired conditioning, but essence will find moments when it can shine through, and if it is strong enough, it can emerge even in unfavorable circumstances, like a flower blossoming from a crack in the sidewalk. Essence finds ways to reveal itself. Parents often unconsciously, sometimes even consciously, suppress essence because they superimpose on a child their expectations and desires of what and who they think the child should be. Prospective parents need to realize that they are spinning the wheel of fate, and no one can say who will step through the portal of birth. For example, psychopaths, 1% of the male population, 0.5% of the females. That's uncorrelated really with the type of family. You can have a virtuous family where everybody else is empathic and you still get a psychopath because it's genetic variation. Um, and you can have, I've seen very kind, wonderful people emerge from abusive families or very neglectful families. Loving parents are open to discovering a child's essence, which might be fantastically different than anything they may have hoped for or expected. Depending on the position and context in which you drew this card, you may need to be more open and alert to the essence of others and or to your own essence. One way essence may reveal itself is through enthusiasm and aptitude toward particular aspects of creativity, physical movement, human relations, self-awareness, etc. So an example of where you really see essence shining through is where you have a child who, say, is in a family that's not musical at all, but somehow from the earliest age they crawl toward the nearest musical instrument they can find, and they exhibit this fantastic, prodigious musical talent from the earliest age. I mean, that really seems suggestive of reincarnation or something like that. It's hard to, you can't explain it environmentally. There's an aspect of essence, and one of the great blindnesses of our current society that denies essence and thinks you're a product only of genetics and environment. Jung critiqued this because their presumption is that everyone is born tabula rasa, carte blanche, blank slate, in other words. And that is a completely unwarranted assumption. So consider this an auspicious time to return to essence. And that is something that we almost all have to struggle with because so many forces have taken us away from our essence. But on that path of reverse alchemy, that's where evolution can really occur, returning to your essence.